Brüder, ai, ai, alle Brüder, und wir singen freiliche Lieder, ai, ai, ai. Und wir halten sich in einem, ai, ai, sich in einem, als auch das ist nicht top bei keinem, ai,
Yeah, it's a mess. Now, if you notice, I've got all these little green tabs here. This is,
well, let me just quickly tell you what's going on.
this was prepared in 1996. So, this is, so that they did the,
and then when the places that they did fix, it wasn't not it.
There's
Okay, what I'm going to do now. So this one, I think more. I don't know if obviously the time will be sufficient to go and actually fix this one up.
Because probably the other one.
So
might
I'm
be
going
worth
to exactly. So what I'm going to do now is going to first go through the other one.
Yeah.
Understand what has to be done there, so I can gauge my time
2 or 3 columns.
correctly. Go further. When you look into Tanakh, one or two more.
Here we are.
A little further,
Okay.
Let me see. To Hom Rabbah, that's what I'm looking for. Arubot HaShamayim.
Here. That's it.
See how the clean? Wow. See this dirt here?
Now, is that like a pumice stone?
It's a special type of an eraser that is very soft yet very hard. Just look at it. That's from the humidity, the glazing stuck to the. The sofer restores the Torah. In fact, you shouldn't be able to tell that he was there, because once he fixes the letters, it should look like the original sofer was actually the one who had fixed the Torah, and no one else. So one should not see the script of any other sofer when it's being fixed.
Yeah, then we'll look at the first one.
No, and then what I'm going to do is I want to sew it up.
Sure.
Get one side on, start working.
Okay.
Because this way it takes time to dry. So I can't keep on fixing and
Right,
rolling.
right.
I have to roll, fix, let it dry,
of course.
and then do something else. So I'm going to balance my work.
That's fine. However you need to do it.
Yeah. I'm just getting a feel.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned. The Torah we normally use is in fairly good
Yeah, but if there's no reason that this cannot, if this can be done, it's your benefit.
Of course.
So what's the question? You know, let's do it.
Yeah. Now, how are you?
No, that just think, because it's that I'm going to just write over.
Okay, so you.
It's
you got enough
because
there.
absolutely, it's there, and there's no problem. It's actually, I think that was kosher. In fact, just not good. See, this is just a bit of cleaning. It's L'Shem Kedushat Sefer Torah. Because now I started to do something that related to the Torah, so you'll see everyone will be saying that when they're filling in their letter. But once you say it, when it starts. Well, every Torah has its own soul, its own flavor, because it was the scribe that put his heart and soul into it. And I think it's the privilege of being able to work on scrolls that have been around for 50, 70, 100 years, 200 years. It humbles you. Yeah. Actually, yesterday I was at a shul Beit Shalom in Chicago, and I was examining a small scroll, which I recognized to be a 200-plus-year-old scroll. And one of the signs, in fact, were some of the very unique letters. One of them being what we call a pay inside of a pay. I'm not sure if you've ever seen that before.
I've heard of it.
It was a pay that's drawn a pay, and then the inside, instead of just finishing it, becomes another little pay. And I've seen many of those in my career. But I'm looking at a Torah, at this little Torah, and then I take a double look. It was a pay, inside of a pay, inside of a pay. It was a triple. And it was the most fascinating thing I'd really ever seen. Never seen the trip. I've heard about it, but I had never seen it. So that was a first for me.
Exquisite.
I've been a sofer now for 24 years, is it already? I'm an artist. And I got my smicha at a young age. All my buddies says, Maish, you should be a scribe.
And you have to apprentice first.
Yeah.
You can, one just can't go out and just start.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Always remember it so well.
And guess what? This Torah was copied right back to the original Torah that God gave Moses on Mount Sinai. This is the real Torah. This is the real thing. And in a few moments, it's going to be finished.
sofer restores the Torah, in fact, you shouldn't be able to tell that he was there, because once he fixes the letters, it should look like the original sofer was actually the one who had fixed the Torah, and no one else. So one should not see the script of any other sofer when it's being fixed.
Now, I need to tell all of you right now something very important. Our sages tell us that we all know that every person has a soul. Some of you even heard about that when I spoke to you, right kids? About having a soul? We all have a soul, a godly soul. There are few times in the life of a soul that the gates of heaven open for it. When we are born, when the baby is born, right before the gates of heaven open and say to that soul, good luck in your journey, and we hope you enjoy your stay in the world. It's going to be a hard one, but we wish you good luck. When we leave this world, when we depart, and when we return up to heaven, the gates of heaven open. We're so glad to see you. Did you know, when we stand under the chuppah, when the bride and groom stand under the chuppah, the gates of heaven open and you can pray for anything because someone's listening. Now you know, there's actually a custom that was developed because of that. And that is when the bride and groom walk down the aisle, it's customary in many places that people write their Hebrew name on little pieces of paper and they give it to the bride or to the groom and they say to them, listen, if someone's listening to you, have me in mind. If God's going to listen, pray for me. I need a child, I need some help, I need some wealth, I need something, pray for me. And there's one other time. There's one other time that the gates of heaven open. Now, before I explain to you that one, let me tell you, I am a sofer, a scribe. One cannot go out to any college and study to become a sofer. You cannot go to a yeshiva and say, okay, I'd like to register on the course to become a sofer. There's only one way that a person can choose to become a sofer and succeed. And that's by way of an apprentice. You have to find another sofer who's willing to teach you. But I ask you, so who taught my teacher? No? His teacher. Wait. And who taught his teacher? His teacher. So wait, but who taught his teacher? His teacher. And who was the first teacher? Good old Moses. And who taught Moses? God. So if you really think of it, I'm in God's profession. And for a split moment, so will all of you. And therefore, because these letters are godly letters, when the final letter of the Torah is written, and this Torah now is going to become kosher, a Torah that you can bless, you can say, Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, who has sanctified us in His commandments, the gates of heaven open. Ladies and gentlemen, I urge you all, in preparation of the final letter, to start thinking of all things that are dear to you, that are precious to you, to your families, to your community, to the land of Israel, to the people of Israel, because this this is a moment when the gates of heaven are about to open. And you can pray for anything. This is your chance. Make it count. I'd like to thank the Kabbalistic family for doing such a mitzvah, for giving the opportunity for everyone to fulfill the last mitzvah of the Torah, of writing the Torah. I'd like to thank Rabbi Rosenberg and his family for facilitating such an enormous and incredible special opportunity for everyone. I'd like to thank all of you, because as they say in Rosh Hashanah, God needs the Jewish people. Why? Because you cannot have a king without a nation. There's no good God being there by himself. What makes God great is you. It's you, the Jewish people, us, that make God so great. So thank you all for being here and really bringing glory to God himself, who in turn will give us all glory, and God willing, a happy and a healthy New Year. Thank you so very much. Shana Tova.